Hey everybody, I wanted to take a minute and pop in and do a couple of quick announcements and reminders. It's just a little easier sometimes to do it this way rather than giving you a big long thing to read. It's easier to hear them. So first, this week we are midway in the second half of Chapter 5. We're doing 5.3, 5.4, 5.5. Most of you are doing a wonderful job keeping up. For those of you who are not, most of you have been in touch with me, which is a really good thing. Let's keep talking. If you haven't been in touch and you're not keeping up, it's time to get in touch. It is time to start figuring out how to get the help you need. The whole point of having an instructor in the course, like me, is to ask for help when you need it. There are also the tutoring center and all those other resources. There's a reason all these resources exist for you. It's so that you can use them. So please, if you need something, ask. You're largely doing a really good job of asking and answering each other's questions in the discussion. I'm in there too, as much as I can be, and I'm trying to sort of help things along. So this week is 3 sections again, which is what we've sort of been doing. Next week will be a little bit different because next week we have one new section, which is 5.6, and then the review for chapters 4 and 5. It also is the week of the catch-up assignment in ALEKS, which will let you grab any topics that you haven't completed for chapters 4 and 5. If you have been behind, there are going to be a lot of topics there. The more of them you get done, the more of your pie gets completed, the less you have to do at the end of the semester. So it is important to keep up with ALEKS because it will keep bringing those things back until you finish them. And you don't want, we try to parcel things out week by week so that at some point you don't get 50 things that are due at once, because then you go like, oh my gosh. So if you know that you've been a little behind, keep that in mind going into next week because that will be important. The other thing that's on the table for this week is there is a quiz in Chapter 4 in ALEKS. It is there. It is open. You have to take it. So please, if you have not been in ALEKS, that quiz is a whole separate part of your grade. Don't miss it. It's not going to be open forever. It is open until Sunday, and you do need to complete it. The next thing after that, so this week is Chapter 5. Next week is the end of Chapter 5 in the chapter review. What that means is the following week, I think it is the week of the, I don't have my calendar in front of me, so I can't tell you, 20-something? Good heavens. Sorry, let me just look here at what the date is. The week of the 23rd. That is the week of our first test. Bear in mind that those tests get taken in person. You have all told me where you are going to go to take your tests. So if you look at your calendar, 2 weeks out, and what you told me in terms of where you're going to go take your test is different than where you're going to actually take it, you got to say so, because what I have to do on my side is give the testing center tests for you to take. What we don't want is for you to take the time to go to the testing center and then for it to go, there's no test here for you. That's not a good outcome. So please make sure that you kind of have the forward focus out a couple weeks to go like, okay, I have to fit in going to take a test that week. That has to happen. So if you have questions, reach out. If you have things you're worried about, reach out. I am happy to answer questions you have about problems. Send screenshots. This is why I'm here. Some of you are using me for that. Some of you are not, but I'm happy to do it. If you are stuck and you want to use the tutoring center, please do. Those resources are wonderful and they're here for a reason. You can also use some of the resources through the library, which are like Khan Academy and some of the other tools. If you're having trouble finding extra resources besides the notes and the tools that are in ALEKS to help you, ask. I can point you to some things. Either way, you know what to do. Largely, you're doing a really good job. This is a lot at once. It's a lot every week. I totally get it. It's the same if it's in person. Don't feel bad. Carry on. Have a really good week. Reach out if we have things we need to talk about. And I will be getting stuff graded in the next day or so from this past week. And we'll talk again soon. Have a good day.